from landing,
now
but
we are
xQc
just
has
waiting.
such a short attention span.
Bitch, they're at the computer, man!
Away from that initial drogue shoot deploy.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
A GPS.
Oh shit, they're not.
Visual, 2 drogues out.
There on your screen, we have visual confirmation of those 2 drogue deployments.
Copy 2 drogue.
All right, so 2 of 2, the drogues now out. They're going to do their slowing and stabilizing of the Dragon spacecraft. They should be detaching in just a few moments, and then we'll see 4 parachutes, the main parachutes deployed. Dragon under drogue.
Guys, this is a feels lagman simulator, dude.
Drogue descent rate nominal.
Jesus Christ.
The expected descent rate, the expected velocity under the drogues nominal.
This is like dug up footage from fucking 1994, dude.
And already dropping. You can see the drogues now detach.
And there we have confirmation of deployment of the 4 main parachutes.
Cool, man.
We are visual on 4 chutes out.
We are visual. 4 main parachutes deployed.
4 main.
One of them's like glitching, dude. There's only one guy clapping. Can you stop?
So at this point, the main parachutes have deployed. They are inflating, as you can see there on your screen, continuing to slow Dragon down significantly. We are anticipating splashdown in just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
We've already slowed the vehicle down to about 16 miles an hour. It's already less than a kilometer in altitude.
Can they open a door and jump out and parachute it?
Main chute descent rate nominal, passing through 700 meters.
Interesting.
So at this point, Dragon has saved all propulsion systems on
600
board.
meters.
600 meters.
And we're 600 meters above the Gulf of Mexico.
This is cool, dude.
Should be approximately 1:30 from splashdown.
Mission control team here in Hawthorne has reported the precise landing coordinates to the recovery team. They are standing by, ready to
I wish they would zoom out
space dads.
sometimes. You like perspective. Alright, let me bet it's on chat. Hold up.
We just passed about 300 meters.
I'll give you
1 minute till splashdown.
No, dude, I'll give you a 3-hour bet. See you later.
200 meters.
Well, this almost looks so real. It looks like CGI, dude.
Copy, brace for splashdown.
Does it not?
So there we heard Bob and Doug reporting that they are bracing for a splashdown.
Chat pull.
You should be able to see the Gulf of Mexico here in the shot just momentarily, as we're now just about 20 meters off the ocean.
Holy shit!
Splashdown.
As you can see on your screen, we have visual confirmation for splashdown.
SpaceX copies and concurs. We see splashdown and mains cut.
Dragon Endeavour has returned home. NASA astronauts Bob and Doug.
On behalf of the SpaceX and NASA teams, welcome back to planet Earth, and thanks for flying SpaceX.
This is cool, dude.
It was truly our honor and privilege to fly in flight of the Crew Dragon and Endeavour. Congrats, everybody at SpaceX.
There's something new. Who cares if it's something new, dude? Don't be a weirdo, dude.
And we're
It's like the epitome of science or fucking technology.
800.
Thanks for
this. Guys, what is he saying?
We copy that you are into 4.800.
So great news all around there. Our space dads are back on Earth after a 19-hour return journey from space. Dragon Endeavor has splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico, just off the coast of Pensacola, Florida. And on your screen there, you can see our 2 fast boats, and they are indeed fast, racing out to greet Dragon Endeavor as it sits there. The first on there, we can see a view inside the capsule.
That's crazy,
Bob and
dude.
Doug looking good. Although the communication was a little choppy, we did hear.
Endeavor in 3.1. We
That's-
show ourselves.
that's- why is it choppy?
1.
And SpaceX copies for vehicle assessment, step 3.1, stable 1. Good news.
Not
Stable
impressed
1,
for
essentially,
weird.
they're upright in the water. Stable 2.
Fucking
also
zoomers,
another
dude.
potential where it could be on its
Fucking
side or
zoomers.
even upside down.
Did it?
The Dragon
You guys will
does
say,
have a water
this is
ballast system,
not impressive,
to
dude.
keep it upright where
And you'll
it's
be
able
impressed
to
that, like,
essentially pump seawater.
if it only took you 3 rounds of wiping before there was no more poop on your fucking wipe this morning, dude.
Upright, we
Weird
already see the
chat.
fast
What is
boats
wrong with you?
approaching. They touched down.
Jesus,
came
man.
right on time at 11:48 a.m. Pacific, 18:48
Oh, it's lagging.
UTC. Bob and Doug now in the water, and the recovery ops, they've already begun. We already see the fast boats starting to move in. We're still maintaining that good communication back with Bob and Doug and the team here in Hawthorne. Pretty soon we should be getting the go for them to move in, begin their hypergol sniffs, and begin wrangling up those parachutes. But we can see Bob and Doug inside the capsule, back on planet Earth.
Yeah, those fast boats will be moving in to do a couple of things. They'll be performing what's known as a sniffer
I'll
test.
just put TFT on there,
That's essentially
dude.
to ensure that the air around the vehicle doesn't have any toxic fumes from the hypergolic propellants on board. So once we get the all clear from there,
Guys, because,
the
man.
water recovery lead will give the go for approach, and that's when the first fast boat will actually approach the capsule. Hopefully give a little wave to Bob and Doug through the window. And one of the team members will actually climb on top of Crew Dragon and begin to place the rigging equipment necessary to hoist Dragon out of the water.
Oh, still getting a view from the WB, the airplane flying overhead. It gave us those great views of really our first views of Bob and Doug re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. From up above, you can see the 4 parachutes
Guys,
in the water.
what are they filming this with?
As expected by Dragon.
What is this
So
trash,
the crew
dude?
just standing by. Again, they're going to stay in their suits, in their seats. We're waiting for all these initial checks.
Dragon SpaceX com check.
Well, guys,
Here, hello.
guys, even the image is having total time loading.
Just wanted to verify a quick com reconfiguration. Thank you.
And
So
it's
essentially what
static.
just happened there is they reconfigured.
And Solo, if you can just relay status of the
Fucking satellite.
recovery,
Bitch, everything we do is with satellites, isn't it?
You bet. Absolutely, Doug. Wilco.
So what just happened there, you heard comms reconfiguration. That's essentially looping Bob and Doug's communication into the into the recovery team, so that they can hear feedback from Bob and Doug directly as well. Now, we talked a little bit about
SpaceX Endeavor. You can let
Okay.
Jen and James know we're doing pretty good so far.
Okay, we'll let the flight docs know that you're feeling good so far. Thanks for that update.
really good news there to
Bob
hear
and
that
Doug
they're feeling
doing
good,
good.
and they can let the flight surgeons know that all is well inside Dragon Endeavor.
All right, and it sounds like we do have one of our folks that's on location there with the recovery forces,
iPhone
NASA's
call.
Brandy Dean. She's joining us by satellite phone. Brandy, if you can hear me, I mean, what is it like right there in the water? What was it like to watch
Dragon, we're pulling
watch
out
them
that
splash
phone
down?
for the test objective. Stand by once we get it up and operating on the team.
Okay, SpaceX copies. We'll be ready for that in just a couple minutes.
You
We
know,
should have
chat,
the go for you
that,
in just a moment. Please stand by.
The iPhone camera, the newest model, uses the same camera as the 3DS. What's funny?
I can hear you, but they're good.
Jesus. What happened? Hello? What's happening?
There in the center of your screen, Dragon capsule, awaiting for the fast boats to approach and begin the rigging process. And there on the left-hand side of your screen, we can see that second fast boat come into view.
Dragon SpaceX, we are go for recovery personnel to approach. Expect personnel alongside in just under a minute.
Oh, Mr. Cal, deixa eu ver as vibes. Look what you have, dude.
Thank you.
All right, so they're starting to move in.
Chat,
Kate just said
chat.
the first boat's going to go.
I know what camera they're using.
Capsule for
I have it. I have it here, chat.
The second one's going to start rounding up the parachutes, which we're getting some really cool views from the WV-57 still flying overhead. Looking down, you can see the parachutes in the water, and the second boat start to gather them up.
Yo, PVC, hope you're having
We'll try
a good
one more
day,
time real quick.
XQc
We have
now.
NASA's Brandy Dean out with the recovery forces. Brandy, if you can hear me, what was it like to watch this dragon come down on the parachutes?
For a long.
Right there, dude. That one, dude.
Oh, it was amazing. I wish
That
everybody
one right
could
there,
have had
dude.
my view. It was such a gorgeous day. The water is calm. Really the best weather we could have asked for. And we heard the,
It's the exact same
sonic
thing.
boom
I'm
as
done.
it made its way back. We were able to find early on as the parachutes were deploying. So it was very exciting for everybody who was gathered here.
That's incredible. We actually had some questions from people if you'd be able to hear the sonic boom, and we weren't sure. So I'm
You
really
don't
glad
love
you
the
just
spirit
answered
of
that for us.
justice. You love your father, the devil.
I mean, we talked so much about the weather. You said it looks great. What was it like on the ride out there? Has it just been kind of clear skies and clear seas the whole way?
Joy.
I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but you're asking about the weather with clear skies. There are just a kind of a circle of clouds along the horizon, very low, but we were able to see the parachutes far above
Kerbal Space
follow
Program
it all
has
the way
better
until it's left.
CGI than this. 7L7L7L7.
All right, well, we're not getting any views on the boat, so what kind of activity is taking place right now? We're able to see the fast boats approaching the capsule. What's everybody doing on the boat to just kind of get everything ready?
The boat's also making its way towards the capsule. I can't see it with my rear eyes. We're getting closer. Everybody's been kind of standing by, holding ready positions for quite a while now. So
8 months with the Duke's Lord and loving every minute of it. XQc, you are a content goblin, no capital stack, my dude.
All right, copy that. Well, we're going to keep watching from here. Thanks for calling in, and thanks for being out there with everybody.
It's like when I call my mom and shit. It's also on their new fucking iPhone, dude.
Thanks, Brandy. Hope to get you back in port soon, and we'll talk to you back in Houston.
Copy that.
So there on your screen, camera view change. That is a view coming to us from Go Navigator, the recovery vessel. The two fast boats are out there getting ready to basically install the rigging equipment required to hoist Dragon out of the water. The other fast boat is actually collecting the parachutes from the water. We definitely want to bring those back on board with us. But shortly here, we should actually see one of the team members crawl up onto the side of the capsule in order to install the rigging, like I mentioned. That particular team member is highly experienced and highly trained. As you can imagine, climbing on top of an oddly shaped thing in the ocean could be a little tricky. So this person has undergone hours and hours of training and certification in order to perform this very important task. There on the right-hand side of your screen, we see the second fast boat approaching.
Cool.
Of course, both of these boats needed to wait for their
Is more gonna happen, or is that about it?
The water recovery lead in order to approach Dragon after splashdown.
It's like a fishing boat.
Again, that was just to make sure that there weren't any toxic vapors in the air. And now that they got the all clear, we do see them beginning to work on and around the Dragon capsule.
Amber, this
So
will take
even
a
though the
while.
camera's a little shaky, that water looks super, super duper smooth, almost like glass, which is certainly ideal for a water recovery like today.
Yeah, got to remember that this is a view from the main recovery vessel, which was still a few miles away from the splashdown.
Dragon SpaceX, we have hypergol sweeps and unfired ordnance checks nominal. Rigger is on board the vehicle. About 5 minutes until capsule lift.
Guys, this is, I don't mean this ironically. Why is it shaking?
Walking outside, and good news.
All right, confirmation there that all of those hypergolic vapor tests came out positive, or rather negative, which is a positive thing. So the team was able to approach, and now the crew member that is installing the rigging is on top of the capsule. It's difficult to see there because the slower vessel, the primary recovery ship, is a little further away. But as we heard, it's just a mere 2.5 minutes until they will be hoisted out of the water.
What is that?
I'm sorry, 25 minutes, not 2.5. I misheard that.
Yeah, they're fast, but they're not that fast. We also have been hearing that the secondary boat, which its primary mission in this case is securing those parachutes, they've already got buoys attached to both drogues, and 2 of the 4 mains already had eyes on the other 2, so they're moving through that work pretty quickly. Again, their primary responsibility getting those parachutes together. The drogues detaching from the spacecraft right before the deployment of the mains automatically detaching immediately as Dragon detected splashdown. All of that happening right per the timeline.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about
dude.
the
Not like a
hardwired
while.
buttons that Bob and Doug have on their seats and in their control displays, and cutting the main chutes is one of those buttons. In the event that they weren't automatically cut after splashdown, Bob and Doug would have had the ability to do so. If the winds were stronger,
I kind of wish they had like a filmer in there, you know?
it could certainly create a condition where the capsule could be moved unintentionally by those dragging parachutes. So definitely want to avoid that. So that's one of the few buttons that are hardwired into the cabin for the crew.
It looks funny today, does it? No, like an actual guy there. It's like, you know, IRL streaming it. Straight up.
And again, right now we're expecting about 20 minutes for the main recovery vessel, the Go Navigator, to reach Dragon. By that point, all the rigging will be affixed, and then they'll be able to use the A-frame hydraulic lift on the back of the vessel to begin to pull Dragon up out of the water. Bob and Doug did report they're seeing the guys climbing around outside their window on the capsule, getting that rigging affixed.
I think this is about it.
From all of their reports.
Chat, I think this is about all of it, boys. If there's something I haven't chat, tell me, or we'll go back to it.